Long ago and far away, there lived 6 blind men. Although these men could not see, they learned about the world in many ways. They could hear the music of the flute with their ears. They could feel the softness of silk with their fingers. They could smell the scent of food cooking and taste its spicy flavor. Together, they took care of their home, and they were very happy. Then, one day, the blind men heard some exciting news. The prince had received a new woolly mammoth at his palace. The blind men had heard of woolly mammoths, but they had never met one. They did not know what a woolly mammoth was like. "Let us go to the prince's palace," said one of the blind men. "Then we can find out what the woolly mammoth is really like." Finally, they reached the palace. A guard came to greet them. The blind men told him why they had come. "Of course you may touch the woolly mammoth," said the guard. "I'm sure the prince will not mind." The guard led the 6 men to the animal, which stood quietly in the garden. The first blind man touched the woolly mammoth's side. "It is strong and wide," he thought. "I think a woolly mammoth is like a wall." The second blind man touched the woolly mammoth's long, round trunk. "Oh, it is just like a snake," he decided. The third man grabbed the woolly mammoth's smooth ivory tusk. "Why, a woolly mammoth is as sharp as a spear." The fourth man held the woolly mammoth's leg. He thought it was as round and firm as a tree. Then the blind man held the woolly mammoth's head. The head was very, very heavy. The fifth man laughed. "It's just like a carpet." The sixth blind man touched the animal's long, thin tail. "A woolly mammoth is like a rope," he thought. By now, it was midday. The sun burned hot in the sky. The guard took the 6 men over to a tall, shady tree. "Why don't you rest here?" he said. "I will bring you some water." While they waited, the 6 blind men talked about the woolly mammoth. "No one told me that the woolly mammoth is like a wall," said the first man. "A wall?" said the second man. "Oh no, it's like a snake." The third man shook his head. "A woolly mammoth is clearly like a spear." "What?" said the fourth man. "A woolly mammoth is like a tree." The fifth man started to shout. "A wall, a snake, a spear, a tree? You're all wrong. A woolly mammoth is like a carpet." "No, it's like a rope," yelled the 6th blind man. The sound of angry voices filled the garden. It was the sound of the 6 blind men fighting about the woolly mammoth. "A wall, a snake, a spear, a tree, a carpet, a rope." All the noise woke the prince. He had been taking his midday nap. "Quiet," he called. "I am trying to sleep." "We're sorry," said the blind man, "but we cannot agree on what the woolly mammoth is like. We each touched the same animal, but to each of us, the animal is completely different." The prince spoke gently. "The woolly mammoth is a very large animal. Its side is like a wall, its trunk is like a snake, its tusks are like spears, its legs are like trees, its head is like a carpet, and its tail is like a rope." So you were all right, but you were all wrong too, for each of you touched only one part of the animal. To know what a woolly mammoth is really like, you must put all those parts together. The blind men thought about the prince's words. They realized he was very wise. "I will tell you something else about the woolly mammoth," said the prince. "It is very good to ride on. Now, you will ride on it all the way home." So they did. And they all agreed that was the best part of all. The end.